Hello and welcome to this special place to be with God. This is a place where we talk to God, we listen to God, we tell the stories of God, just like the place where you are. All those things can happen. And it's a place where we don't have to hurry because we have all the time we need. So I first want to say to you, Christ is risen. And your response is, the Lord is risen indeed. So I know we practiced it last week. Let's do it one more time. I'll say, Christ is risen, and you say, the Lord is risen indeed. Today is the first Sunday after Easter. So you can see that we are now on the first White Sunday after Easter. Can you count? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 White Sundays. So Easter is so special and important that we will be celebrating that for 6 Sundays. So, and we use white under our Christ candle. So if you have a candle that you use, maybe that's battery operated, you could turn that on now. Or you can just enjoy this one with me. We light our Christ candle to remind us that Christ is with us. Christ is with us always, and especially when we gather together to hear one of God's stories. So, first I'm going to read today's story out of the Bible. And it is found in Luke 24. And it is verses 28 through 35. As they came near the village to which they were going, he walked ahead as if he were going on. But they urged him strongly, saying, "Stay with us, because it's almost evening, and the day is now nearly over." So he went in to stay with them. And when he was at the table with them, he took bread, blessed and broke it, and gave it to them. Then their eyes were open, and they recognized him, and he vanished from their sight. They said to each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he was talking with us on the road, while he was opening the scriptures to us?" That same hour they got up and returned to Jerusalem, and they found the 11 and their companions gathered together. They were saying, "The Lord has risen indeed, and he has appeared to Simon." Then they told what had happened on the road, and how he had been known to them in the breaking of the bread. So we're going to watch this story and learn a little bit more about it. And so we've already lit our candle. You can take maybe a couple of deep breaths to make sure your body is nice and relaxed. Make sure you're in a comfortable position. And then we'll sing together, "Be Still and Know." So join me in the song, the words and the actions to that. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. So when we hear that song, we know it's time to hear one of God's stories. And as we just discussed, this is the season of Easter. The time when we celebrate the mystery that Jesus died and God made Jesus alive again. This is the road from Jerusalem to Emmaus. And on this day, two of Jesus' friends were walking from Jerusalem to Emmaus. They were very sad. Jesus had died, and they thought Jesus was going to be their king. Why did Jesus have to die? They said. Why did Jesus die? Pretty soon, another person came to walk with them. And as they walked together, he talked to them about the scriptures, and he told them why Jesus had died. And when they got to Emmaus, it was getting late, so they invited him to come stay with them at the house where they were going. And so he did. And as they were together, he took the bread and he blessed it and he broke it and he offered it to each of them. And all of a sudden they recognized him. This was Jesus. Jesus was alive. They were so happy. And then Jesus left. They were so excited that they had seen Jesus that they hurried back right away to Jerusalem to tell the disciples. They said, "We have seen Jesus. He has risen. He has risen indeed." I wonder why Jesus' friends didn't recognize him when they were walking on the road together. I wonder what you think about the fact that when Jesus broke the bread is when they recognized Jesus. I wonder what they were feeling as they were rushing back to Jerusalem. And I wonder what all the disciples felt when they heard their story of walking with Jesus on the road. I wonder how it feels to know that Jesus is alive. And I wonder how it felt to be able to tell that story. You may have other things that you wonder about. Now I'm going to change our light. The light that was in one place at one time can now be in all places at all times. Amen.